Hello guys, so we continue with the May-June paper 2 to 2024. So this time around the database. We begin. You are now going to prepare some report. Dates must be imported in the format of day, month, year, which is DMY. All currency values must display the same currency symbol and be set to 2 decimal places. Okay, right. Use database software to import the file j2422student.csv as a new table. Okay, so let's import that first of all. So what I'm going to do, let me just go to my file here. I'm going to go inside my work area. I'll right click there. This is one way to open the Microsoft Access. So I'm just going to open this. I can give it my name, maybe Anolefo, something like that. Okay, so I can go ahead and open it. Okay, enable content, yes. So let me import. So I'm going to go to external data, go to new data source, then import. I need it from the desktop here. And then what am I importing? Let me see the name again. Let me move this guy to this side. Student table. So I'm going to open that. All right. And then okay that. Next. First row contains field names. So I'll go next. So I'm not going to do anything. Okay. I think, let me see if there's any primary key. So set roll number as the primary key. So I need to get that done. Okay. So I'm going to set roll number here. Primary key. Any other thing? I don't think so. So any other changes, I will do them after importation. So if there's any error, if you experience any error, it means that probably you did not set the date to DMY, probably. So you can go and change that in the process of importation. Okay, good. So everything here is good, right? In fact, when I'm importing the second table, I will show you how to change it to DMY. Okay, so everything is done here. So let me see what we need to do. We need to set the data types, making sure that data types, everything is in order. So let me just put this in this way. What I want, let me take it to design view and then compare both data types. So DOB, everything is okay. DOB is date and time, and then it has to be in a short, more like a medium form of date. So if you look at the date here, you will see that it is in the long format, right? So we want to make it the format that the question says. So I need to take it back, then click on the date, and then go down here, and then have the format to medium, which is the right one. And then let me save the changes, and then switch back. You see that the DOB changes to what it needs to be, right? So I'll go back right there. So text, postcode is text, and then I have fees paid, supposed to be Boolean, right? Fees paid supposed to be Boolean, so I need to change it to yes or no. So yes, which will be the display, of course. So it has to display yes or no. So let's check to see whether there's a display of yes or no. Yes. Let's go back right there. So as you can see, the fees paid, let me in fact expand it. It is actually the checkbox, right? We don't want that. We want it to display yes or no. So you want to make sure you remain there, and then make sure the format is yes or no, right? Then you go to lookup, click on lookup here, making sure that lookup will be text box, right? Good. So let me save the changes and then go back to the datasheet view. Let me see, where is it? Good. So that means it's now yes or no. All right. So that's for that. Save the data. So let me just go ahead and save the data. I think I did that. Place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the field names, data types, and the primary key. Right? So let's take this screenshot. Let me screenshot this. That's what I need. I need to get my my evidence. Let me open my evidence. What step is this? This is step what? Step 13, right? So in my evidence, you want to go to step 13 and I just paste it right there. Okay? Good. So that's for that. So everything here is done. So I'm gonna just highlight that. So the next one is import the file j2422courses.csv as a new table in your database. So let me just go ahead. So let me just close this, save my changes, and then go to external data and then imports from text. This time around, courses. Open that. Okay. Next, first row contains field names. Next. So is there any primary key? Let's look for primary key. So set course ID as the primary key, right? So I'm going to set course ID. I will click on choose my own primary key, course ID. Yes. So in case if you have a date and you want to check if it's DMY, so you can click on advanced, and then make sure you check here. Okay, to make sure that the date format is in order, right? So I said I was going to show that, so that's what I did. What's the next thing? Let's move on. Finish. Any error? Of course, no error. So we open our course, go to home tab, and then design view, and then look at the data types. So the first one is level. Level is number, yes, and it's supposed to be integer, display integer, obviously yes, because if you open that, so you see that level displays only integer, there's no decimal right there. Okay, so that is fine. Okay, so we have course name to duration, they are all text. Course name to duration, they are all text. Then cost, let's see what we have there. Cost is a currency or number, but this time around I'm going to take currency because I'm used to that. So where's currency? Yes, I'm going to take currency, and of course it's going to be 2 decimal places. Yes, 2 decimal places, currency symbol with 2 decimal places. So let me set the format. Sorry, the decimal places will be 2, and then the format will be, let me take euro. Okay, euro. Let me see. Yes, so it has to be currency. So let's see. Save changes. Yes. Okay, good. So the cost is now this. Okay, so start date has to be date and time, I suppose. Day, month, year. Okay, so let me see how it looks. So everything is okay, day, month, year. So it's cool. So I'll save my changes and then close that. What's the next question right there? So I've already done everything here. So everything here done. So place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the field names, data types, and primary key, right? So I'm gonna go back there. This time around courses, please go back and then take a screenshot, print screen, and then take this to the evidence, the same 13, step 13. So you want to paste it right there. So 14, create a one-to-many relationship between course ID in the courses table and course code in the student table. Take screenshot evidence showing the fields and the type of relationship. Place this in your evidence document. Okay, so let's go ahead and create relationship. Whatever changes I have here. So you want to go to database tools. You want to create relationship. I want to create relationship between these two tables. Okay, making sure that my fields are showing. So the relationship will be between course ID and course code. So I'm going to go to course ID, click on it, then drag it to course code on top here. So as you can see, the dialog box shows us one-to-many relationship between course ID and course code. So this is what we need. So you want to create, right? So I want to take a screenshot of this. I like the relationship line to always be there before I have evidence. So I will simply click on that line once and then double click again, something like that. So this can come out. Okay. So I'll take a screenshot now of my evidence relationship. I'll take a screenshot like this. Okay, so that should be fine. This is step 14, so you paste it right there, so it's fine. So you can actually bring this one down if you want to, right? Okay, so relationship, everything screenshot done, and you get yourself 1 mark. So number 15, enter the following details as a new record in the student table. So let me do that. So we want to go here. So what I'm gonna do, let me see. Copy, move this guy. How do I do this? Yes, I don't need it with this. I need it with this one. Where is my? Okay, so let me see. This is what I need it with. Oh, okay. My relationship. So let me close this and then try one more. I want to keep it side by side with the access. Okay, yeah, that's it here. Okay, so I want to keep it side by side. Relationship I've created, I can close this actually. I forgot to close that. So you can close, save your changes, yes. Okay, so record, enter the following details as a new record in the students table. So I'm going to open the students table here. And then you want to click last record down here, last record. So I'm going to click on it. So move down here. So I'm going to start copying course code, copy that, paste it right here, Control V. So of course, in your examination, you're going to write. So whatever you want to write, make sure is correct. Okay, so I have last name. So for first name, I've got this. First name, Luca, and then male. Copy that, have it right here. And then a roll number, this one. Have it right there. Okay. DOB, date of birth. Copy that. Have it here. And then street address. Copy that. Have it here. And then area. Postcode. Have it there. So by default, no will be there. So already no is there. And then we'll now have a check here. Okay. So that's it for that. So let's see the next thing. So we're going to save our changes actually. Let's save our changes and then close that. The questions, enter the following details as a new record in this. So of course, when you're done with entering, you save your changes and then close the table. So let's go over to number 16. Using fields from both tables, produce a tabular report. A tabular report that selects the records where fees paid is no, payment type is check or credit card, contains a new field called late payment, which is calculated at runtime. This field must display the new cost after 2% increase has been applied. Okay, use cost multiplied by 1.02. Format this field to display current cost. So already for the calculated field, you can see that what to use is already there. So we're going to multiply the cost. So you don't need to worry about that. So the next will be, so this is the one and the line I need to actually perform first. I like to perform. So shows only the fields roll number. So I need to bring out all these fields, right? So let's go and create our query, right? And making sure that the fields will be in this order with data and labels displayed in full. We should do not group the data. So I'm going to bring out all these fields. As you can see, late payment, that is the calculated field. So we're going to do that also along with displaying the field. So let me just copy that. So let's go ahead to create a query. So we'll go to create. Then I'm going to use query design here. So the query will be based on these two tables here. So let's begin. So we have roll number, first name, last name. Okay, roll number. Where's roll number? Here. Double click that. First name, last name. Am I correct? First name, last name. DOB, cost name and level. DOB, cost name and level. And then we have fees paid and pay type. Okay, fees paid and pay type. The next one will be costs and late payment. Okay, cost. Where's cost? Okay, here. And then late payment. Late payment will be the calculated field, right? So you want to go to the next empty column there, and then click right there. Let your cursor be blinking as it is here, right? So it's going to be cost multiplied by 1.02, right? So you want to make sure your cursor is blinking there. Then go to builder. You want to go to your database, which is here, and then you want to go to table. Now, if you look at the table here, you will see where the which table the cost is, which is in the courses, right? So that's why I'm going to click on courses. So in the expression category here, you'll be able to see the cost. So I'm going to double click on the cost and then multiply by 1.02 from what the question says, right? Of course, the 1 will represent the original quantity, and of course 0.02 will be more like the multiplier, right? So we okay that. So when that is done, you have to change this expression 1 to the name late payment, making sure that you don't remove the colon there. Yes. So we have this like this. Okay, so this is calculated for us here. All right. So the increment of this by what's it called? 1.02 will give us this. Okay, so I'm going to go back because from the question here, the field must display new cost after 2%. Okay, format this field to display currency. Okay, but of course we know that all currency should be in 2 decimal places, right? So you want to make sure you click right there, and then go to property. You want to go to format it to currency, and the currency has to be euro, and then of course 2 decimal places. Make sure it's fixed on 2 decimal places, right? So I close this and then run it to be sure that that is what it is. Yes, everything is working perfectly. Okay, so what's next? So I need to, let me see. Okay, good. So now we've done this. Okay, so it's time to actually query the table, okay, using these conditions. Okay, fees paid is no. Okay, so I'm gonna go down there. Where is fees paid? So let me just go to the left. Where is it? Oops. Okay, fees paid here is no, so simply write no right there. And then the next one will be payment type will be check or credit card. So this time around, I'm going to copy this, making sure my spellings are correct. Payment type, who is payment type? Here, you want to make sure you write check or credit card. So or is actually a comparison operator. So, and it's a keyword in Access. So if you run that, so it's going to give you where the payment type is credit card or check. So which is very correct, right? So this done. So everything here, everything highlighted here should be done in the, I encourage you to do it in the query, and then the rest you do them in the report. Okay, good, to be able to get accurate results. Okay, so I'm going to save this. Okay, so I will leave it as query 1 as the name. I'll okay that as query 1 and then close everything here. So this time around, you want to go ahead and create a report. So create, I want to use a report wizard here. So my report will be based on query 1, which is the filtered table, right? And then I'm going to move everything to the right here because the fields are the same thing. So I'll move next. I don't want to sort here. Avoid sorting right here because it's going to switch up all your fields. So sort in the report. So I'll go next. So this is a place that you need to be careful. So let's see what we have here. So has a page orientation of landscape. So it has to be landscape. So let's make sure we make it landscape right there. Landscape, tabular, of course, adjust. Okay, so fit on a single page field. So you want to make sure that this one is also checked so that that would take care of this particular also question here. Okay, so we can go next. Let me call this report. Let me call it report 1, something like that, since it's from query 1. So report 1, okay, and then I can okay that. So this is how your report is going to look like. We are in the print preview, right? Now, but you see that some labels are not showing pretty well, the ones that are in hash. Okay, so we need to adjust them. So for me to do that, I want to go to layout view. Okay, layout view. So what I'm going to do here is I'll simply click on row number here. I'll hold down my control key, click on the details. So I'll try to adjust it a bit to the left and then move this one, the placeholders. You want to make sure that they are smaller to create space for the rest. So I'll click on the first name, hold down my control key, and then click on the details and remove my hand from the control key, shift it to the left. So as you do that, you have to be careful not to overlap any other label. So you click here again, hold down control key on the details. You want to move to the left a bit to create space. Okay, so this is good. Click on DOB and then hold down control key one more time and then click here and then move to the left a little more. Let me see. Yes. Okay. I hope everything I'm creating, I hope it's going to be enough, this space I'm leaving. So here, so let me be sure that nothing is overlapping here. So click on level, and then come over here, move it to the left a bit. Let's see. So I'm good with this. Then what's this one, paid or something? Fees paid. Okay, good. Then I have this one, payment type. So just like that. Oops, it goes in. So make sure everything shows pretty well. Okay, so costs. Click on the heading, then hold down your control key, click on the details, and then you move down to the left, move it to the left, something like this. This is fine. Then click on this one, hold down control key, click on the details again, and then move it to the left. So this should be it. Okay, so I think everything is showing now. Okay, so now everything is showing. Let's continue. So it is time to sort the data into ascending order of level. Ascending should be A on top, actually. Okay, ascending order of level. So let's go ahead to sort. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to report layout design here. You want to click on group and sort. Now you don't need to click on add group. What you need to do is the sort, add sort. So I'm going to click on add sort, and then it has to be on level. Level, it has to be ascending. Am I correct? Ascending order. Ascending, this time around it says smallest to largest. Yes. So from smallest to largest, that is ascending. Okay. So if you go to the level field here, you will see that it's from 1 to 8. From 1 to 8. So here. Okay. So which is fine. All right. So the next sort will be and descending order of cost name. Descending order of cost name. So let's go and add another sort level. You click on sort, add sort, go to cost name. Excuse me. Cost name it has to be descending. So which means that descending should be A on top. A on top is actually, is it descending? Yes. Descending order. Okay. A on top. Let me see. Descending order should be Z on top. Okay. Z will be on top and then it goes down. Right? That's descending. Okay. Yes. That's what it's all about. So that's it for sorting. So we have two sort levels here, level, and then we'll have cost name. Those are the two sort levels. So if you want to close this pane here, please do not go over here to click and close. If you close it here, you're going to actually delete the sort level, cost name sort level. So we want to close this, just go over here to close grouping dialog box. Okay, so I'll close that so that I'll be able to have space. Right now, let's proceed. So the sorting is done here. So the next one will be includes only the title, surcharges for outstanding fees. So you want to copy that, displayed in a larger font size, fully visible at the top of the page. So let's go back right there. So here you want to select everything and then paste that here, right? So we need it to be a bit larger. So I'm going to make it go to format. You want to make it something like 22. Yeah, 22 is fine. And then probably make it bold. The question never said that we should make it bold, but in the attempt to make it larger, so I'm going to make it bold. So let me take it to 24, something like that. Okay, so that's fine for me. So here I'm gonna remove it. Okay, good. Let me just remove this from being bold because I don't think the question actually specified that. So let me just leave it at being large. Okay, so the next question is, has your name center number, and candidate number in the footer of the report so that it appears in the same position on every page. Okay, so we are going to have about another thing I would like to call the attention of the student is, if you look at this place now, you see fit a single page width and print on 2 pages. So which means that our report should be about only 2 pages. The max number of pages you will have for your report should be 2 or 3 in this case. But of course, you must try as much as possible to make it to be 2 pages. Okay. So if you start getting a report of 4 pages, 5 pages or more, that means something is wrong. Okay. So take note of that. So let's go ahead to have our name on the footer to appear on every page, right? So there's a way to do this. So we're going to go to design view here. So on the page footer, so do not put it in the report footer. Anything you put in the report footer, normally we'll put formula in the report footer so that it will appear on the last page. So whatever you put in here will appear on the last page, which is not what the question wants. Okay, so I'm going to close it up here. Where you want to put your information is within the page footer, which is here. So I'm going to go to label. I'm going to take a label and then have my information here. So I'm going to have Kechukwu Anolefo, comma, NG156, comma, and then 0004 as my candidate number. Okay, so when you must have done that, if you go to print preview, you will see for every page, look at your information here, and then if you go to the next page, your information is there. Okay, so that's how to do that. So but if you have it in the report footer, it will only appear on the last page. So take note of that. This is very, very important. Okay, so that's for that. So everything here is done. Okay, so save and print your report. So let's go ahead and save our report. So let's go, let me have report view and then go to, print preview actually. And then you can go ahead and then print your report. Okay, good. So that's for that. So let me just close this. Let's go up to 17. 17 says, using fields from both tables, produce labels which select the records where course name includes the text crop. Okay. Course type is university, sorted in ascending order of the last name. Use this selection to produce labels which, okay, let's see. Labels, they are arranged in 2 columns and 5 rows with 10 labels to the page. For example, with a label size of this. Okay, good. So they've already given us the size of the label, right? To be able to produce that. Thank you very much, Cambridge. So print in portrait orientation with a page size of 21 cm by 29.7 cm. So this is actually the dimension of A4 paper. So we don't have to worry about this. So display the data for each field as shown in the following sample label. Okay, so this is how your label is going to look like. These are the fields. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to create a query based on these particular fields here. Okay, to make it easy for us. So when I must have created the query based on these fields, I'm going to now use these conditions to filter the query. Okay, so let's do that now. So I'll go ahead and create a query. So let me just go to query design based on the 2 tables here. Make sure fields are showing. Okay. So the first field will be course name, course type. Okay. Course name. Let me see course name. Have it in there. Course type. Have it in there. The next one will be start date, first name and last name. So start date, where's start date? Start date, yes. First name, last name, am I correct? First name, last name, yes. Street address and area. Street address, area, and postcode. Postcode, okay? So those are our fields. So what I'm going to do here also is to now select the records where course name includes the text crop, okay? So we're going to use wildcard here, okay? So watch it. Course name. So under the criteria row, you want to have asterisk star crop star. So which means that any field or record that contains crop will appear. So let me just run that. So if you look at cost name here, for each of the names, it contains crop, either at the last, middle, or the beginning of the name, right? So that's what we need. And then where course type is university, right? So I'm going to just copy that for convenience sake too. Copy that. Then course type, go under course type in my query. Course type here, then paste it right there, right? And then run it. So you can see course type, everything university here. Okay, so let me see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I think we're going to have about 14 labels, right, for this. So now I've done everything around here. Okay, so all the fields here have been selected, which is good, right? So now we are going to create the label based on the query that we have created. Okay, so before you create a label, it's important that you create a query. Okay, good. So I'm going to save my query. I'm going to save it with label query, something like that, so that I will know that I'm going to use it to create a label. So I'm going to save it and then close this. So this time around, before you create the label, make sure that you click on the table or the query that you want to use. So I'm going to click, just select that particular label query before I go on to create the label. So I'll go to create now and then go to label, so that all the fields will show for me. Now, I've done this before, so that's why we have 99.0 by 57, which is the dimension which we are going to use. Okay, so if you did not see it, just take your time and search and then go through everything here. You're going to see 99.0 by 57.0 mm, and then of course the number across will determine the number of columns. Okay, so this means that your report will look something like this. So let me just draw quickly. Your label, will look something like this. Okay, this is the A4, and then you have one label here and another label here, and then it keeps going like this, like this, like this. I think it has to be about 5 rows, right? 5 rows here, and then the last one will be here, something like this. Okay, so this will represent the rows, and then of course here will represent the columns. So across will be 2, right? So that's why we have 2 right here, number across. That's why we have 2 right there. And then as you can see here, the number of columns will be 2, and then the number of rows will be 5. So this is how your labels will look like. So in total, you're going to have about 10 right there. Okay, good. So let me just get this all off. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed. So I'm going to go next, even though you can actually go on customize. You can actually customize for that, but most of the times in your examination, most of the dimensions that are going to be used will be in this particular label size samples already created here. Okay, so you don't have to go customizing. Just take your time to look for the right size here. Okay, so I'm going to go next. I don't want to do anything yet here. So let's select our labels, right? So the first one will be course name. So course name is already here, so I'll move it to this side and then press enter. And then course type, then hyphen course type, and then space, hyphen, under space, and then you're going to have start dates. Okay, then enter. Then you're going to have first name space last name, first name, so I'm going to put space in between, and I'm going to move in last name, enter again. Street address, area, and postcode. So let's have street address, enter, area, enter, and then postcode, enter. So below, I'm going to have my name. So let me have, so if you look at the question here, where is that? It should be indicated somewhere. Display data for each field as shown in the, okay. So as far as I'm concerned, we're done with, in fact, everything here, right? So have your name, center number, and candidate number on the left at the bottom of each label, right? So you want to have your name in there. So I'm going to have, let me just enter one more time so that it will get to the bottom of the label. So Kichuku Anolefu, comma, NG156, comma, 0004 will represent my candidate number. So I will go next. Now, let me see. So here, I think I forgot this. So sorting. You are going to sort, sorted in ascending order of last name. So this here, once you put last name here, where's the last name here? Move it in here. So it's going to sort it in ascending order. Okay. So don't forget that, please. Okay. So I'm going to nest it. And then I'm going to call this label. Let me just call it just label. Okay. And then I can finish that. Okay. So my label will be created for me. So if I go to, okay, so I think I'm in label preview here, print preview. So it's supposed to have about 5 or 10 in a page. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So the second page will be now be 4. Okay, so I think everything is fine here. Okay, so it's coming out as expected. So let's go and see. So I've done this. So let's go and see the rest. Modify the format of the label so that only the first 2 lines are displayed in a larger font size, center aligned, and bold. Okay, so let's go ahead to handle this. So you want to go, let me just close this preview, and then make sure you are in your design view from here to design view. So I want to select the first line. This is the first line here, and then I'll hold down my control key, select the second line. So what I want to, I'll remove my hand from the control key now. You want to go to formats. You want to take it, this is about 8, the font size is 8. So let me just take it to like 11 and then make it bold. Okay. So it's good that whatever you do, you preview. So let me just go to print preview and then see how it turns out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Is it up to 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. It's up to 5 labels in one page. So we're still in order. Okay, so the next thing you want to do, I think I need to center align it. You need to center align it. So we close this, go back to, okay, design view. We're still in design view. So I need to center align this format, go back to format, and then make sure it's center aligned. Okay, so that should be able to turn out. Let me see one more time. Yes, this is how it's supposed to be. Okay, so everything is cool right there. Okay, make sure that data on every label is fully visible with no overlap of any field. Save and print your labels. Okay, so we can now go ahead and then print our label. So you can go ahead to print your label. Okay, so it's gonna come out very nice. So task 4, printing the evidence document. So make sure that your name, center number, and candidate number appear on every page of your evidence document. Save your evidence document and print your evidence document. So I can go ahead and then just save my evidence document and then go ahead and print my evidence document, which will look like this. Okay, good. So that's about it for this particular video. So in the next video, I'm going to look at the presentation. All right. Thank you guys for this. I will see you in the next one. Bye.